Alright. Għal-mandra nblawlek u kollux. Good evening and a warm welcome to another MSC Racing League event, which today is taking place from the wonderful Misano. It's a wet track out there, so we're soon gonna go to live on track where the drivers have already started their 1 hour practice session. 30 minutes have gone by already, so we're gonna go and jump live on track so we can watch all these amazing drivers on their simulators. As I was already explaining, so 30 minutes have gone by already from this practice session. We're looking at one of a fellow Maltese driver who also took part at the ESSRA GT3 Championship. It's Neil Side on the number 22 purple, I should say, Ferrari. Also, right now we're looking at another fellow Maltese driver, Alan Borch, with the number 20 Ferrari, same livery as the one used at the Nürburgring, which it was last Friday, so 7 days ago. And well, Alan Borch did an incredible race, to be honest, because he was running fourth for that for a large amount of time. I think till half the race it was still in P4. However, he made a couple of mistakes. However, he learned from them, so and I'm sure he will do another great job in this race event. As I said, it's Misano. It's a wet track, it's a very wet track, so the drivers have to be wary of that. It's a very tricky place to be in the wet. However, these sim drivers have natural talent, natural feel for where the car has grip or not. Knee side back in the pits. We're looking at the Duchy with the number 69 Ferrari. Loads of Ferraris out there today. However, we do have a couple of McLarens, Porsches as well, and BMWs as well. The Duchy, I was chatting with him on the MSC Racing League Discord channel. Lovely fellow. Love this livery of the Ferrari with the Red Bull livery. That's such an incredible sight to see. A Red Bull brand on a Ferrari. So yeah, there you go. The Duchy. I guess he's not called the Duchy for anything. Maybe he's a Max Verstappen fan. Loads of cars in the pits. However, Overdrive 8090 with the number 7 BMW is coming out of the pits for another go as well. Currently in 12th place, Overdrive 8090. who was spectacular. He did a spectacular race 7 days ago at the Nürburgring. He flashes the lights as well. He knows we are currently, the cameras are on him. Again, the Dutchie with his best lap of a minute 42 seconds, 0.237. Last lap was a 1 minute 42.531. So consistent lap times there by the Dutchie. Back on overdrive 8090, as we saw him made a small and minor mistake. A couple of new names as well, as I am trying to get to grips with some of the drivers, as naturally all these drivers are foreigners basically. Here in Malta, it's currently 8:35 p.m. In UK, it's 7:35 p.m. Welcome. My name is Edwin Saliba from Malta, commentating live this MSC Racing League, as we see overdrive 8090 on a four-wheel slide coming to the famous, or he made it famous, Corvona corner, where turn 11s, 12 and 13, where overdrive 8090 just came on a four-wheel drift, and currently is about to start another lap as well for overdrive 8090. Let's see if I can have an onboard footage of the number 7 BMW. Overdrive 8090 just showing us how wet this track actually is. Really wet. So yeah, the drivers have to be wary of this situation, as well as we are now looking at Shocker XZ15 on the number 31 BMW, who is another new driver as well. He didn't take part in last week's Nürburgring racing event. However, he took part in this event. Loved the BMW McDonald's livery. That's a cool, very cool look for the number 31, who is currently on a lap which is going to take him nowhere, as it is on the red, and his best lap time is a 1:44.132. So yeah, Shocker ZX15 on the number 31 BMW certainly needs to find some extra pace, as he's currently in 12th and last place. So yeah, currently up on his best lap time, almost 0.2 of a second up on his previous lap. He has K1A13M just behind him, trying to push the limits as well behind Shocker ZX15, and also trying to push the BMW as well away to get a better lap time as well. Again with overdrive 8090 here, careful lads, as it is not a race, just a practice session, which currently has 21 minutes left. We still have Tyler Vermaak in first place. We didn't take a look at him. However, Tyler Vermaak is in the pits with second place our own Maltese and local driver Andrew Ellul, who Andrew Ellul finished second in this year's local Maltese ESSRA GT3 Championship, who did an amazing job, to be honest, winning the amazing Suzuka circuit, which was held in the wet as well. So Andrew Ellul pretty much knows his way around wet circuits as well. Then we have Vinog in third place in the McLaren. I think it's the Soul McLaren. Vinog with the number 17 McLaren went off track as well there and ruined this whole lap. However, 20 minutes still remaining of this free practice session. So naturally, he will have another go as well. I remind all the ladies and gentlemen who are currently watching our stream, which is on twitch.tv MSC Racing League channel, on off and as well on Edwin Saliba Sim Racing Academy YouTube channel as well via an Insta360 that I have here, and I hope it is still running, which it is. So yeah, welcome to this MSC Racing League Misano event. As you can see, it is held in the wet, very wet conditions. We're looking at Andrew Ellul as well as also the cameras. We see Shocker X, XZ15 and K1A30 with the number 93 Ferrari battling around in every practice session, which is really pointless to do, and better if they concentrate on some practice sessions. Andrew Ellul still went back to the pits because he had a minor crash. I saw him on the second screen, he had a minor crash as well. And still the Ferrari of K1A13 battling the BMW of Shocker ZX15, still in last place as well, 12th and last for Shocker XZ15, and 6th place for the K1A13M. Number 93 Ferraris. Beautiful livery as well for the number 93 Ferrari with the Sky logo as well, Sky TV logo, which it's brilliant to see, to be honest. Really lovely livery as well, as is the Shocker XZ15 livery, the BMW with the McDonald's livery as well. Tyler Vermaak still in first place and still in the pits as well. We're looking right now at Neil Seid, a fellow Maltese driver as well, who was doing an incredible job as well at the ESSRA GT3 Championship as well, with the number 22 Ferrari currently in 10th place with his best time of a minute 43 seconds .207, and he has another 17.5 minutes left of this free practice session so that he can improve his time a little bit more as well. In the wet, Misano is a tricky circuit because well, the tracks can be as easy as you want. In the wet, it's really, really slippery. So yeah, as we just found out right now with Neil, he went wide, he ruined his lap time as well, because as you can see as well, it's with the red as well, trying to control the number 22 Ferrari. Neil Seid almost lost it and into the barriers, but however, survives another day as well with, I think, his heart went up to his atom settle, as they can say. Well, right now we're looking at the number 20 Ferrari of Alan Borch, who, as I said last week, during the MSC Racing League Nürburgring event, Alan Borch, a fellow Maltese driver as well, who made a huge impact as soon as he began racing He took part at the last event of the ESSRA GT3 Championship and literally wiped the floor with everyone who was racing, because he won the sprint race, he won also the feature race and led every single lap of that race. So an incredible job by Alan Borg. And currently in P4 right now, fourth position for Alan Borg with a minute 41 seconds, 0.115, currently in fourth position as well for Alan Borg. Loads of cars as well on in pit lane, in the pits, not risking to damage anything or unnecessary mistakes, which can lead to naturally being slow at the 1 hour race that we have in store for all the viewers who are currently watching us from YouTube and twitch.tv on the MSC Racing League channel as well. And waits with the number 92 Porsche, who took part as well last Friday at the MSC Racing League Nürburgring event. He took part and he did some great battles as well. I think also with Alan Borg as well, he had good battles as well. Currently in 9th place with a minute 42 seconds, 0.277. So the lap times are really close. I mean, Alan Borg, who I am looking right now on my second screen, best lap of a minute 41.115 seconds, and N-Waits in 9th place is just shy of a second, so a second 1.1 seconds away from 4th place Alan Borg. So the lap times are very similar. In the wind, this part of the circuit, the curve on it turns 11, 12, 13, it's really difficult to control the car, as N-Waits just showed us how to exactly perform those 3-4 corners, because also you have the 10-14, the Carro corner as well, which is 2 corners before the start-finish line, and then waits on the start-finish line with a last lap of a minute 43 seconds, 0.320. So, and yeah, he needs to find a little bit of time, but unfortunately that pursuit to be quicker for N-Waits ended up off track as well. So yeah, Alan Borg back on him again, because currently he is trying to improve on his own lap time. Maybe I am mistaken, however, I can see that maybe the track conditions have varied a little bit as well. I think it's a bit more wet out there on circuit. I think it's the rain came down a bit heavier as well, because all the drivers are currently doing 1 minute 43 seconds thereabouts. So I think the track is a bit wet, more than it was at the beginning of the free practice session. So drivers may find it tricky to post a quicker lap time. Andrew Lowell currently in 2nd place, as I was saying before, and with Tyler Vermaak still in 1st place. I am trying to look at Tyler Vermaak's lap time, which is the best lap time is a 1 minute 40 second, 0.462. So Andrew Lowell certainly is as quick as Tyler Vermaak in the number 88 Ferrari, because while Tyler Vermaak did a 1 minute 40.4, Andrew Lowell did a 1 minute 40.6, so only 0.2 of a second away from the leader. Let's go on board with Andrew Lowell and show you how amazing this track really is. Yeah, Andrew Lowell there, a lovely, lovely interpretation of this track by Andrew Lowell. And as we keep the camera on Andrew Lowell, currently, well, he came wide as well at the Curvone corner, which, as I was mentioning before, is a very, very tricky corner to do in the wet. 8 minutes to go for this free practice session, and we still have Tyler Vermaak in the pits, currently in first place, as well as we still have Shocker XZ15 and K1813M still battling for the their place on track as well, which obviously they need not to do because it is only a free practice session. However, these guys are still at it. Maybe they can give it, they give themselves also a dress rehearsal for what's to come in about maybe 30 minutes time, as after this practice session we have the 20 minutes of qualifying session and then 4-minute break so that we can go directly to a 1-hour race, which for those of you who are new to the MSC Racing League, welcome aboard. And the MSC Racing League events, they work like this, with a 1-hour free practice session, then a 20-minute qualifying session, then a short break of 4 minutes, then another 1 hour of racing action, which includes also a mandatory pit stop, which every driver needs to do to change tires. There's no need to refuel the car. You can just fill the car with fuel, and then you can refuel as much as you want as well if you keep the car light as well. However, refueling is not mandatory. Tire replacement is. So that's something to keep in mind as we see K1813M having a spin, because I think there was a little bit of contact with Shocker XZ15. However, they live to survive another day, as well as K1813M really got too close to Shocker XZ15, who is trying to block the number 31 BMW, or as I was saying before, maybe just do a little bit of a dress rehearsal to what's to come in about 30 minutes time. There was a small crash there. However, the Ferrari lived for another time as well. Everyone in the pits except K1813M and Shocker XZ15. So yeah, Tyler Vermaak still in first place with a 1 minute 40 second point for 6-2. And as I say that as well, I think I saw someone exiting the pit lane, which is Manu Taikan, who joined us as well. Even last Friday, he joined us for the MSC Racing League Nürburgring event. You should check out as well MSC Racing League Twitch channel, because the Nürburgring 1 hour race was something really, really amazing, as well as Manu Taikan out of the pits with cold tires. However, the tires are heated, but not to an extent so that they can be raced hard immediately out of the pit lane. Manu Taikan just showed us how wet this track is. Once again with the number 713 Porsche, and Manu Taikan, however, survived that minor scare he had as well. So 4 cars on track right now, which is who are Shocker XZ15, K1813M, Didachi, Manu Taikan, and also Renegade 71 with the number 71 for the only Ford which is here as well, who joined us as well. Welcome him on board as well. OJR get it, we didn't mention him as well, in 5th place with his best lap time of a minute 41 seconds, .9 as well. Marov Perks as well, who spent a lot of time in the pits with the number 93 Lamborghini, who is in 7th place. Marov Perks, we didn't catch a lot of him as well. We didn't catch a lot of action from the number 93 Lamborghini, as we see Mano Taycan really going wide and touching the paint as well. As he touched the paint, he lost control of his car. We are looking at another new entry, Renegade 71, with the number 71 Ford Mustang, really going wide and showing us how wet this track actually is. 2 minutes and almost 40 seconds of free practice session that will be over very soon. We can go then directly to qualifying session, which we can maybe starting to think about maybe a duel between Tyler Vermaak and Andrew Elul as well, because the lap times are very, very close between those two. Even Alan Borch as well, and the 3rd place of Vinilong. Lovely sound of this Ford Mustang. The sound of a V8 rumbling is so great. I will explain to you why the sound of a Ford Mustang or a Mercedes AMG rumbles more than other engines during the qualifying session, so stick around and I will explain to you why these engines rumble more than other engine suppliers, which are like Lamborghinis, like Ferraris as well. So yeah, a minute and a half to go for this practice session to add in the wet. And as I say that, I think the track really got wet because no one is going out and try as well. As I say that, there is also a new entry, Unbeatables, which I am trying to get the camera on as well. Unbeatables on the track. With the sole Aston Martin, number 62 Aston Martin, the only Aston Martin here, who also uses a Mercedes-Benz engine as well in that chassis, and you can also listen to the rumbling V8 noise. So yeah, 2 other entries. So currently 16 drivers in this epic Misano racing event organized by MSC Racing League, who they kindly enough invited me to do the whole broadcast and commentary of their events. And I also thank them as well because they trusted my work, and I hope I can give you the best sim racing commentary ever that you have ever experienced. So yeah, currently we're live on Twitch, on the MSC Racing League channel, and also on the Edwin Saliba Sim Racing Academy YouTube channel as well via an Insta360, that I hope it will give you a better immersion of what is about to unfold in the next couple of minutes, which are the qualifying session. Renegade just, and we have as a crash as well for the Unbeatable, so unfortunately that is it for the practice session. we currently have Tyler Vermaak in first place, second place for Andrew Elul, and we'll see who will get pole position for these next 20 minutes. Still everyone in the pits, because naturally everyone wants to check their last details, their last minor settings. Overdrive 8090 is the first car out of the pits, as do everyone else as well, the Porsche of N-Wheats as well. Overdrive 8090 comes out of the pit lane, as I will also try to share the link to some of my friends as well to watch us on Twitch. So Overdrive 8090, first car out of the pit lane to start a flying lap, as well as we see Neil Side and the Unbeatables here, who got a little bit too close, as Neil Side just clipped the barrier, exiting the pit lane, just showing us how tricky and wet the conditions are. Neil Side damaging his Ferrari along the way, and maybe needs a bit of a repair as well. Good job by Shocker XZ15 to avoid Neil Side, as Manu Taycan as well out of the pit lane came wide as well, even Unbeatables as well. The track conditions are treacherous. They are really wet, really tricky for the drivers as well. I think it got worse as well, because many drivers are taking very a huge amount of care to drive in these conditions, which, as you can see from the pictures, you can't even see a thing. So let's hope that there will be no accidents as we look at Overdrive 8090 in the number 7 BMW starting his first flying hot lap at the start-finish straight, turn 1 for the Overdrive 8090, and then immediately to turn 2 and turn 3 Variante del Parco for Overdrive 8090, which then leads to a very short straight, brakes hard now to turn 4, the Rio corner, and then turn 5, which is basically a double apex corner, turn 4 and turn 5, which then leads you to turn 6 and down the back straight to the famous turns 7, which is basically not a turn at all, which is this small little left king, and then brakes hard at the 100-meter board to turn 8 La Quercia. This corner then flows out. You need to flow the car out, which then leads you to turns 9 and 10. The Tramonto corner, you have a huge accident between Neil's side and the Unbeatables, as well as we are looking at Andrew Allure. However, we keep our tracks on Overdrive 8090 because he is looking at turn number 11, the Curvone corner, which is a lot of drivers found the tricky Overdrive 8090 with a huge arm of opposite lock to counter steer the car. Fortunately for him, he managed to save it, and now negotiating turns 14, the Carro corner, and then turns 15, the penultimate corner, and a short straight, which leads also into the pit lane as well, and turn 16, the Misano corner for Overdrive 8090, and we will see what the first lap, the benchmark lap, is with a 1 minute 50 second point 952. So yeah, the track really is wet. It's getting wetter as well, and the drivers are finding it really hard to qualify on this type of circuit. And Rello, who is coming up right now to the start-finish straight. Let's see if he has a lap time already on the board. 1 minute 49.567. Second place, professional second place for Andrew Elul. Alan Borch in the number 20 Ferrari. Lots of Ferraris again this MSC Racing League event. However, as well, a good amount of Lamborghinis and Porsches as well. Alan Borch coming down to the Misano corner, the final corner, turn 16, and we will see if Alan Borch has a relatively good time as well for the challenge the guys up front, the 1 minute 50 second 0.520, which also includes a track limit and therefore doesn't count in this instant. However, it does count the lap time of Andrew Allure because he was almost up on his own time. The Dutchie is still in the pits. Manu Taikan in 14th place as well, and OJR get it in second place right now with a 1 minute 49 second 0.462. So yeah, the track is getting wet. It's getting harder for the drivers to drive these cars hard, as well as we were looking at Andrew Allure and Shocker XZ15 in the background as well. Just had a minor spin as well. Andrew Allure really up on his time, almost a second up on his time. So we are looking at Andrew Allure, who might challenge for provisional pole as well. Andrew Allure, we are watching him right now. Andrew Allure on the start finish straight. Let's see if he can challenge for pole position. A 1 minute 49.567 was his best time. Goes up to P3, 1 minute 48 second 0.255. So yeah, big improvement there by Andrew Allure, and he is still improving once again. Vinalong in the Soul McLaren, in the number 17 McLaren, up on his own time as well. Almost a second as well, 3/4 of a second to be exact, in second place, trying to challenge the first place of which is held by OJRT. Get it? And also I'm shall remark as well that Tyler Vermaat, the leader in the practice session right now, doesn't have a relatively good lap time on the board. However, we look at the number 17 McLaren of Vinnog, who comes down the Misano corner, the final corner, turn 16, over the start-finish line. Let's see if Vinnog improves his time. No, he doesn't, because he has a track limit infringement as well. So, yeah, we look at other drivers as well. Unbeatables here, just making sure he doesn't get in the way of Shocker XZ15. Also, there are two more drivers as well who took part in last week's racing event. Let's welcome as well Mantino 2026 in the number 72 Ferrari. And also, as I say that Mantino just had a minor crash as well, K1 13M is showing in pole position. And we will see if that is true or not. However, we also have another driver. We have Nate Rotax in the number 30 BMW. Welcome him as well on board this amazing Misano World Circuit, Marco Simoncelli circuit for this MSC Racing League Misano event. Loads of drivers, 18 drivers right now for this amazing Misano event. Let's see if someone else can challenge for pole position, which right now is held by K1 13M, who shockingly, because at the practice session he was nowhere near the front running cars, however, right now is in pole position. And here he is, K1A 13M, who in the number 93 Ferrari, and he is up almost almost 0.4 of a second up on his own time. So the lap time to beat, his own lap time to beat, is a 1 minute 47 seconds, 0.210, and he is still up. Right now he's showing in second place because Vinnynog in the number 17 McLaren, he made a mistake there. K1813M just made a mistake and went wide as well. So no lap time, unfortunately, for him as well. Vinnynog in the number 17 McLaren is up on his own time. I think Vinnynog is the only driver who is under the 1 minute 47 seconds with a 1 minute 46 second 0.329. Yes, I am right, because K1813 who was in second place was a 1 minute 47 second. Now that second place is occupied by our own Andrew Elul, who in traffic managed to find a 1 minute 46 second 0.565. So yeah, Andrew Elul also really close to Vinnynog number 17 McLaren. So yeah, we are looking at Andrew Elul, who is currently down on his own time, almost a quarter of a second down. However, we still have 9 minutes left of this qualifying session, which right now is between Vinnynog and Andrew Elul. Andrew Elul just came a bit wide there and went over the white line, so track limits for him. As you can see also on the top left of the screens, Andrew Elul's lap time is in red, so yeah, no lap time for him as well. Unbeatables, which we didn't watch a lot from Unbeatables, with the number 62, the sole Aston Martin on track as well, currently in 9th position. Then the Duchy with the number 69 Ferrari just behind him as well, even in picture as well. The Duchy in 11th place. I mean, Unbeatables was in 9th place, now in 10th place as well. Also, we welcome another driver as well, another second Mustang as well, Ford Mustang for Lou 8176 in the number 84. I was telling you before why some V8 engines rumble more than others, and the reason is that, for instance, the Mercedes-Benz V8 AMG uses a cross-plane crankshaft, not a flat-plane crankshaft, a cross-plane crankshaft. And the characteristic of a cross-plane crankshaft is that it rumbles because naturally the pistons are in place differently than a normal flat-plane crankshaft, and that is why some V8 engines like the AMG V8s, as we see the Unbeatables crashing his number 62 Aston Martin, big damage on the front of the Aston Martin. So yeah, he might need to pit back to the pits. Lou 8176 in the second Ford Mustang. The first Ford Mustang is the second place Renegade number 71 Ford Mustang. So yeah, great job there by Renegade, because he came late. I mean, he entered the server really late. I think it was like 10 minutes to go in the free practice session, and well, he did an amazing job up until now, going up to P3, because second place now has been taken away from him, bumped down to third place. And as expected, Tyler Vermaak, coming out of the pit lane with only 5 laps done, is in first place. The number 88 Ferrari with a best lap time of 1 minute 45 second 0.327. The sole driver under the 1 minute 46 seconds. So yeah, great drive there by Tyler Vermaak. In 5 laps he managed to find a 1 minute 45.327. Last lap as well for him was also the best lap he did of this circuit. However, I'm still amazed with Renegade, the number 71 Ford Mustang, in third place as well, having few minutes of practice. Naturally, I think he would have practiced as well during the week. However, still an impressive job by Renegade as well. Let's look at Alan Borg, because Alan Borg in the number 20 Ferrari doing an incredible job as well in 4th place and currently up on his own lap time. Really up. I mean, breaking down to turns 3, 4, 5 and 6, he managed to find almost half a second of lap time. So an incredible job there by Alan Borg, and there is no one in front of him, not even behind him as well. So there's no distraction apart from maybe 3 cars in front of him. Maybe they can distract him a bit, or else he might use them as a marker as well, as he is doing right now, because he is currently on an amazing round as well, currently almost a second up on his own lap time. So if he carries on with this lap, he might challenge for 2nd place, because if I'm doing the maths correctly with the current pace, Alan Borg might go under the 1 minute 46 seconds. I hope that no one gets in the way. Maybe the Porsche got in the way a bit, but Alan Borg still going strong, still going hard, and Weeds there getting out of the way for Alan Borg, but maybe losing a bit of time in that sector, the final sector as well, which is turns 30, 12, 13, 14, 15, and now the Misano corner for Alan Borg, who currently might go up maybe a place or two to P5 or P6. Let's see what Alan Borg goes. He goes up to P4 with a 1 minute 46 second point 137. However, Alan Borg still has a lot of time to take advantage of 3.5 minutes left of this qualifying session. Mantino 2026 in the number 72 Ferrari as well. Love this beautiful color scheme of the Ferrari of Mantino 2026. In the number 72 Ferrari with the red and yellow, as it should be as well. Alan Borg, I was just looking at him. He had a bit of a slide, a bit of an oversteer, and there he has Shocker XZ5, sorry, not a Rotax, who got in the way of the number 20 Ferrari Maltese driver and ruined this lap for him as well. And Weeds, who parked his car at the side of the racetrack, so no yellow flags for him as well. OJRT carried in the number 97 Porsche, who did an amazing job as well last week in the MSC Racing League Nürburgring edition, Nürburgring event. Now in 2nd place with a 1 minute 45 second, 0.492 seconds, and maybe challenging also for pole position, because he is up on his own time as well. And the way he is up, I think he made a mistake there. He might have made a mistake. OJRT got it. Yes, he did, because he lost all of his time. However, he might try to get some of the time back, because this is the Curvona corner, the turn 11 corner, with so many drivers sliding off track. However, not OJRT got it in the number 97 Porsche, currently in 3rd place as well, who is trying to get pole position from Tyler Vermaak, who I think he will, because he is almost half a second up on his own time, 1 minute 45.492 with a 1 minute 45.327 for Tyler Vermaak in provisional pole position. Let's see, OJRT get it over the line, gets pole position, the first driver to go under the 1 minute 45 barrier with a 1 minute 44 second point 955. So an amazing job as we had in the final minute of this qualifying session. Tyler Vermaak still in the pit lane, so now in 3rd place as well, because OJRT get it now in 2nd place, and in 1st place we have our very own Maltese driver, Andrew Ellul, who I am trying to get hold of in the camera. Andrew Ellul in the 1st place with 1 minute 44.815 of a second. So our Maltese driver Andrew Alone in the number 32 Lamborghini in professional pole position, as we see Swift Goat having an off track and back in the pits. An incredible drive by Andrew Alone in the number 32 Lamborghini, our very own local Maltese sim racer in professional pole. 8 seconds left on the timing screen so that we can finish this qualifying session. Then we have a 4-minute break and we can go directly to a 1 hour amazing and 1 hour race as well. Andrew Lowell in first place, pole position for him, his first pole position at the MSC Racing League events. Fantastic job by Andrew Lowell, absolutely fantastic in the number 32 Lamborghini. Pushes, I think, as well. Tyler Vermaak, Alan Borch. Alan Borch now. Alan Borch in second place. So our Maltese drivers, both of our Maltese drivers. Then we also have Neil Side as well. Two of our Maltese drivers, Alan Borch in the number 20 Ferrari in second place. First row for our Maltese local drivers at the MSC Racing League. Fantastic job as well by Alan Borch in the number 20 Ferrari. So Andrew Lowe, pole position for him, and Alan Borch with the number 20 Ferrari in second place. Literally there was nothing. They almost matched their own lap times with a 1 minute 44.7 for Andrew Lowe, 1 minute 44.8 for Alan Borch. So yes, amazing stuff. Our local sim racers in first and second place. And there you have confirmation. First row for Andrew Lowell and Alan Borch. Second row for OJRT Garrett and Tyler Vermaak. Third row for K1 A13M Montino 2026. Fourth row for Renegade and Didaci. Fifth row for Overdrive and Vinilog. Sixth row for Neil Side and Marovberg. Seventh row for Unbeatables and Swift Goat. Eighth row for Shocker, ZX15 and Lu 8176. Final row for Nater Otax, Manu Taycan and Enwitz, a row by himself. We will take a very short break. However, when we come back, we go racing for an hour at this MSC Racing League Misano event. Welcome back. A lovely evening is about to unfold as we head for this 1 hour amazing race that is about to begin in 10 seconds. We are at Misano World Circuit, Marco Simoncelli in duet for this MSC Racing League event. 19 drivers which will compete for the race win. However, heading all these drivers will be two Maltese drivers in front row, Andrew Lowell in pole position, then Alan Borch in second place alongside Andrew Lowell, which we are looking at the screens right now. Green light now, and the race will begin. Alan Borch trying to block Tyler Vermaak, who had an amazing start. However, Andrew Lowell still leads the way. Alan Borch in second place. Let's hope there will be no contact. Alan Borch trying to block Tyler Vermaak, got contact with Tyler Vermaak, and let's see where they stand. Tyler Vermaak on the inside of Alan Borch, trying to overtake the Maltese driver at turn 4, sorry, the Variante Rio, then turns 5, turns 6, Alan Borch back down to P4. However, heading them is the number 32 of Andrew Lowell, the Maltese driver, trying to keep first place as we see Renegade trying to overtake both Andrew Lowell and Tyler Vermaak. I think Andrew Lowell may have been pushed a little bit, and let's see where these stewards will be. However, Alan Borch now goes up to third place. Mantino 2026 has a real battle as we see also a crash at the very back of the field. Renegade still in P1, then Tyler Vermaak and Alan Borch, Mantino 2026 and Andrew Lowell as well. Then we have a really big squabble here with the Dutchy trying to overtake Nati, Rotex and Shocker, and then there we have a big contact there with the Dutchy and Shocker ZX 15, then more multiple car crash as well. It's in the wet, that has to be expected as well. Andrew Lowell here may be holding up also K1A13M and all the drivers behind him. However, still in first place we are looking at Renegade, who is trying to defend his first place from Alan Borch, who overtook almost everyone. I think what happened is that Tyler Vermaak made a mistake somewhere. He is in 6th place, just in front of Vinilog. Renegade there went on the curb and almost slid out of first place. However, Alan Borch wasn't close to him to maybe take advantage. Here we are looking at Vinilog, and the driver in front of him is Tyler Vermaak, who is trying to overtake K113M as well. K113M, yeah, maybe there was a little bit of a contact with Tyler Vermaak. However, Vinilog is in the McLaren, is going to maybe take advantage of this whole situation. Tyler Vermaak on the inside of K113M at the Tramonto corner with Vinilog inside, as well as we see Latte Rotax in the background having an off-track excursion as well, and but still getting back on the track. Here we are looking at Tyler Vermaak and Vininog and Kai 113 just behind them as well. The Maltese driver Alan Borch, who sits still in second place as well, defending from Montino 2026, trying to keep the pace as well. The race is long, a 1 hour race as well, so there is no need to rush or doing anything stupid that might affect you during this whole 1 hour event. As Montino 2026, I think I saw him coming a little bit wide at the first corner as well. Drive-through penalty for the number 62, track limits as well. So yeah, there you go. So track limits for car number. Tyler Vermaak here trying to make amends of this whole situation, just behind the Lamborghini number 32 of Andrew Elul. Here he's a little bit wide, Tyler Vermaak, but manages to keep his racing line, and also Tyler Vermaak is pulling just behind him Vininog in the number 17 McLaren. Andrew Elul maybe went a little bit wide because he also compromises his exit speed, trying to defend from Tyler Vermaak, as Tyler Vermaak at the Corvone, turn number 11, trying to show his car from on the rear view mirrors of Andrew Elul, but not on this instant here. Andrew Elul defending well, driving beautifully well, as Vininog now tries an overtake on Tyler Vermaak, and they crashed. Vininog crashes at Tyler Vermaak, and this could be a little bit of a breather for Andrew Elul, who now sees no one in this rear view mirror. So Tyler Vermaak there getting tagged by Vininog, that there will be an investigation, I'm pretty sure, because Vininog was nowhere near, his car was nowhere near as alongside Tyler Vermaak. So yeah, there you go. So Tyler Vermaak in the space of 60 minutes now has loads of work to do. The Daci here with the number 69 Ferrari, and the unbeatables number 62 Ferrari has a stop and go penalty for cutting the corner. So I believe he didn't do his penalty, as well as we see the unbeatables there making contact with the Daci. OGR Tiger, it is nowhere near to be found in 13th place, and also on the inside the number 22 Ferrari in 15th place. However, the race is long. The race is very, very long. We still have 53 minutes of racing left to do. So yeah, OJ Tiger, as I was mentioning before, in 13th place, and also Neil Side, who may be lacking a bit of pace in this first part of the race. However, the race is still being led by the number 71 Ford Mustang of Renegade. Then we have second place for Alan Borch, who is if I saw correctly, 9.5 seconds behind the leader Renegade 71. However, as I was mentioning before as well, the race is really long. 52.5 seconds left of racing, and here we are looking at N Waits, the number 92 Porsche, then Neil Side in 14th place, number 22 Ferrari as well. Shocker XZ15 just behind them as well. So these cars are separated by a second, and also while OJR Tiger has a second advantage in 12th place on the Porsche number 92 of N-Waits as well. So yeah, we have P11, P12, P13, P14 and P15. A second separates one another as well. And I think Neil's side is maybe trying to have a look at Wheats as well. So yeah, Neil's side, as we see, did actually here, and then Wheats side by side on the run to the turn 8 La Quercia corner, and then Wheats overtakes the Duchy as well. So now it's up to Neil's side to try to have a look at the Duchy as well. And Wade's climbing up a position. And Wade's here having a contact with the Duchy. The Duchy, sorry, makes contact with Wade's. And fortunately for him, he didn't spin the number 92 Porsche around. However, loses a place on Neil's side, and also Neil's side tries to overtake the number 92 Porsche of N-Weeds as well, who goes very defensive, almost off track as well for N-Weeds. However, Neil's side is up to P13 now. So the number 22 Ferrari, the Maltese driver as well. We have 3 Maltese drivers as well, who all of them raced at the ESSRA GT3 Championship. Neil Weeds there on a 4-wheel drift, and Neil's side has to take avoiding action, trying to not hit the number 92 Porsche. So the number 22 Ferrari tries not to hit number 92 Porsche of N-Weeds. Neil's side with his best lap time of 1 minute 46 seconds, 0.435, and then Didachi just behind them as well, really close behind Neil's side as well, trying to maybe find a gap to overtake both cars. Swift Gold with the number 123 BMW in 9th place as well. Mono Taycan is in the pits. And also we have also a better maybe engaging on between Marov Perks and Overdrive 890, which we'll have a look at it in a minute. However, Andrew Lul still has Vinnenog in front of him and Tyler Vermaak just behind him as well. So Vinnenog up 1 place in P4, and Tyler Vermaak in 6th place. Between them is P5 of Andrew Lul. 11 minutes has passed from this incredible 1 hour race, with the drivers having to pit their mandatory pit stop. May I remind you that the mandatory pit stop doesn't count the pit stops for penalties. So yeah, penalty pit stop are not mandatory for the one mandatory pit stop. Here we are seeing Tyler Vermaak and Andrew Lul, who are battling for that P5, P6 position. Tyler Vermaak now has the run, which is in favor of him, with Andrew Lul relinquishing P5 to Tyler Vermaak as well. Maybe Andrew Lul as well has a little bit more fuel than the others, and that is why his lack of pace is showing as well. As we see here, Marov Perks and Overdrive 8090, as I was mentioning before, Overdrive 8090 is closing on the number 19 Lamborghini of Marov Perks, and he could try to attack Marov Perks as well. However, the race is still being led phenomenally well by the number 71 Ford Mustang of Renegade. Then in 2nd place we have Montino 2026 and Alan Borch in 3rd place. We missed the overtake between Montino 2026 and Alan Borch because there is so much action going around, and frankly, I mean, you can't keep up with everyone and every driver as well. However, we still have Marov Perks in 7th place And the Battle 47 now has Overdrive 1890 as well. Malotaikan in 17th place behind him isn't in this battle. However, Marov Perix is trying to keep the number 7 BMW behind him as Montino 2026 has a bit of a mistake, and behind him there is also Vinnog and Tyler Vermark as well, trying to defend from Tyler Vermark. Vinnog in 4th place, Tyler Vermark in 5th place. Let's see if they can battle. And also there is Andrew Allur in 6th place there, trying to maybe take advantage of the whole situation. However, not in this instant. Tyler Vermark still in P5 and Vinnog in P4. Andrew Allur still in 6th place. So the Maltese drivers are 3rd, 6th, and 13th for Neil side, as well as Vinnog there, an oversteer, an opposite lock oversteer for the number 17 McLaren. However, Tyler Vermaat wasn't able to take advantage of this situation, and then Dorello is still there in 6th place, trying to keep an eye on the two in front of him. Love the Ayrton Senna livery of Vinnog. However, Tyler Vermaat tries to overtake Vinnog, made a mistake, he went wide. Now Vinnog and Tyler Vermaat are side by side on to the back straight. There on over the curb goes Vinnog, and off track goes Tyler Vermaat and overtakes the number 17 McLaren of Vinnog, which also sees an attack from Andrew Allur. Maybe no, Andrew Allur thinks better of it, still stays in the 6th place. So Tyler Vermaat goes up to P4, P5 for Vinnog, and then Dorello having a half attempt on Vinnog, thinks better of it. The number 32 Porsche in 6th place. However, we are looking now at Montino 2026, and Alan Bosch made a mistake at the Tramonto corner. However, the Tyler Vermaat, Vinnog, and Dorello threesome are still a bit behind, so no harm, no done. No harm done to Alan Bosch in this instance. So Vinnog, as we are looking at him right now, tries to hunt down Tyler Vermaat, and then Dorello just behind them. In front of them, there is 3rd place, Alan Bosch. So I think Tyler Vermaat now has his eyes firmly lit up on the Maltese driver, Alan Bosch, as well. So, yeah, mistake there for Alan Bosch, which could cost him the place on the podium. However, in this instance, Alan Bosch is driving beautifully well. The Maltese driver with the number 20 Ferrari, who started the race in 2nd place alongside fellow Maltese driver Andrew Allur. A mistake there by Vinnog, and then Dorello could capitalize on this mistake by the number 17 McLaren. However, he may be a bit short on the back straight, so yeah, and Dorello stays in 6th place, Vinnog in 5th place. Then we have Tyler Vermaat in 4th place, Alan Bosch in 3rd place. Let's see the gap between Tyler Vermaat and Alan Bosch, because it is hovering around the 2nd and 0.9 of a second. So that mistake by Alan Bosch could be costly as well. Montino 26 passed by, then Alan Bosch, Tyler Vermaat, Vinnog in 5th place, and Andrew Allur in 6th place. Let's take a look at other Maltese driver, Neil Side, who entered the MSC Racing League I think it was yesterday, where I was speaking to Neil Side and other fellow Maltese drivers, Andrew Allur and Alan Bosch. I think yesterday he just entered the competition. So yeah, I urge everyone who is listening, either on my Edwin Saliba Sim Racing YouTube channel, Edwin Saliba Sim Racing Academy, or else MSC Racing League Twitch channel, I urge them to contact MSC Racing League on Discord and enter these race events, which are amazing to watch. We are 19 drivers today, 19 drivers, and it's so amazing to see all these drivers battling it out together. As well as I am saying this, I am looking at the Daci, and also I can tell you that Tyler Vermark is really close to Alan Bosch, who tries to overtake him, however came a bit wide at the Quarcha corner, and for the time being Tyler Vermark stays in 4th place and Alan Bosch in 3rd place. However, maybe Tyler Vermark is maybe losing his temperature on tires or something like that, because he is wide in every corner, as we see the Dutchie and Shocker XZ15 battling it out on the backstraight, the run to turn 8, La Quercia corner. Both of them have enormous damage. You might say that maybe the BMW has more damage than the Ferrari. The Dutchie, number 69 Ferrari, tries to overtake Shocker XZ15 and the number 31 BMW, and in this instant, still they are side by side, and here we have Alan Bosch making contact with multiple drivers, and then Druello tries to overtake them. All Tyler Vermark now goes up to P3. There was a mistake by Alan Bosch, and another mistake here by the Dutchie, and also when Weeds overtakes him as well at La Quercia corner. Tyler Vermark here in 3rd place, which with the mistake we have something wrong here. The connection has failed, unfortunately. Let's hope it is not from my own stream. I will try to go back to the network, because I don't know whether it is my own stream. No, we have something wrong in this stream, because we lost the server, so unfortunately we have to end up everything here. I hope you had a great show, because it was great up until now, so yeah, there you go. There is an error, I don't know where. However, I am trying to get hold. There is no server to be found, so yeah. Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do for now. So yeah. I am connected, however it is saying searching server, so unfortunately you've been disconnected from the server. So unfortunately, yeah, there is nothing we can do. So I hope you had a great show. Thanks so much for watching. Good night. waħdu da. Għax għatali mela. Għax għatali. Fadlinna, ha. 100 complete. Start streaming. On because software issue and to keep the camera is still rolling, so yeah, we still have YouTube as well. So we are still going. I don't know why we had a little bit of an issue on the server. So yeah, we are still on with Renegade, still in P1, and for some reason or another, I apologize to all the spectators because we had a little bit of an issue as well. So Renegade with the number 71 Ford Mustang still in first place. Vinenog in the pits right now. I'm really sorry with all the spectators because for some reason or another I had an issue with the stream. So really sorry to everyone, but we're back on. That's the brilliance of doing a live show. Unfortunately, these things can happen as well. So yeah, Renegade with the number 71 Ford Mustang still in first place. Montino in second place with the number 72 Ferrari, and then we have Tyler Vermaak and Andrew Elul. So we see where everyone stands after the pit stop phase, which naturally not all of them did. OJRT Garrett did his pit stop. He's in the pits right now. Vinenog as well, and K1A13M in the pits as well. However, the top four haven't done their pit stop yet, nor did Swift Goat as well. So we had Overdrive, 89 Team, and Marov Perks. Neither of them did their pit stop as well. So we need to keep an eye on the pit stop phase as Tyler Vermaak doing an incredible job, an incredible drive by Tyler Vermaak. Now has a 5-second advantage on Andrew Elul. Now we see here Marov Perks and Overdrive 80-90 who are battling it out, and also the Dacia Yannate Rotax as well battling for 8th place. However, this with the battle I would like you to see, because here we have Marov Perks and Overdrive 80-90 battling it out. On the start finish stage, Marov Perks there almost loses his Lamborghini in front of the pit straight, and Overdrive 80-90 maybe came a bit wide at turns 1 and 2, however keeps it in control for turns 3. And let's see also where everyone else stands. So we have Renegade with an 8.5 second advantage over Montino 2026, then a 16-second advantage on Tyler Vermaak, a 22-second advantage on Andrew Elul in 4th place. So Renegade 71, I mean, he's driving amazingly well in these wet conditions. These conditions are very, very tricky for all drivers. Renegade 71 in the number 71 for the Mustang. Let's see if he pits. In this instant, no, he carries on with a 9-second advantage on Montino 2026. The battle between Marov Perks and Overdrive now comes to its climax between them. Marov Perks still holding 5th place, and 6th place by Overdrive 80-90. Swift Goat in 7th place with the number 123 BMW, 3.5 seconds behind them, and keeps an eye on them. Also, maybe can also close the gap to overdrive 890 and tries an overtake when the opportunity comes between those two, which can easily happen, as we saw. There was the incident between Alan Borch and Villeneuve, which ultimately resulted in Andrew Lowell and Taylor Vermark taking advantage of the whole situation. As we say that, I think that Alan Borch may have retired from the race with damage as well, because I can't see him on track. Montino 2026 pitted, and so that elevates Andrello to P3 and also Tyler Vermark to P2 in second place. Remind you, this is the MSC Racing League Misano event, a very wet Misano event. I'm Edwin Saliba, live from Malta. Currently here it's 10 p.m. So in England it's still 9 p.m. or 8:58 p.m. 2 minutes to 8 to 9 p.m. as we see again overdrive 890 and Marov Perks still battling for that 5th and 6th position now that Montino 2026 pitted, and also Andrello in the pit lane from 3rd place as well. Let's see after the pit stop where they stand. Again, overdrive 890 and Marov Perks pit, so that releases overdrive 890 and opens his way to maybe do some good laps, good hot laps, and overtakes Marov Perks in the pits. Montino 2026 now out of the pit lane in 8th place, so yeah, a lot of work to do from there, as he has a lot of slower drivers, not necessarily lap drivers. Shocker XZ15 is one of them. He's racing Montino 2026 and this lot blue flag. Disqualification for number 92 because he drove in the wrong direction and wets in the number 92 Porsche. Disqualification for him, so he needs to come back in the pit lane, and that's it for him. And also a drive-through penalty for not a road tax in the number 30 BMW. Marov Perks is out of the pit lane, and let's see, the pit lane here is really long as well, and it takes you a bit of time, maybe I think 10 or 15 seconds to come out from the actual garages to the pit speed limiter. So it takes quite a bit of time as well. So Montino 2026 here tries whatever he can to overtake the cars in front of him. One of them is Shocker XZ15. Drive-through penalty then for the car in front of them, which is not a road tax. Now here there is a bit of yeah, the road tax on the grass as well. And the Montino 2026 finally overtakes Shocker XZ15 as well. Marov Perks, as I was mentioning before, is out of the pit. So the leader right now is Tyler Vermark, because Renegade pitted as well. So we will see where Tyler Vermark then, when he eventually does his pit stop, where does he end up? He did the fastest lap of the race as well, with a 1 minute 41 second .562. So yeah, Tyler Vermark here is on a roll. He's looking at that first place, and maybe we will see a battle between Tyler Vermark and Renegade and Montino 2026 at the very last minutes of the race. We are looking right now at Low 8176 in the other Ford Mustang as well. That's a great control there or win from the number 80 for the Mustang in 9th place as well. He served his mandatory pit stop and right now running in P9. Tyler Vermaak in the pit. So let's see where the others will stand. So Tyler Vermaak in the pit lane right now as well, and Overdrive 890 as well in the pits. And we will see where Renegade is right now. Renegade is negotiating the final 2 corners, so I believe he will have no trouble at all overtaking Tyler Vermaak and keeping the lead in this race as well. So yeah, Renegade 71 in first place, because Swift Goat with the number 123 BMW needs to do his mandatory pit stop as well. Tyler Vermaak out of the pit lane, and I am trying to find Andrew Ellul because he is in 7th place and maybe lost a little bit of time during the pit stop phases. Right now, still in P5 for Andrew Ellul, who started this race from pole position, now running in 5th place for the number 32 Lamborghini Maltese driver. An incredible pole position for Andrew Ellul, and also Alan Borch, who joined him at that front row. The front row was locked with Maltese drivers. So yeah, an incredible performance by those 2 drivers, by Alan Borch and Andrew Ellul. Andrew Ellul here came a bit wide as well. He drove a little bit wide, however manages to survive. Mantino 20-26 is in front of Andrew Ellul, 13 seconds in front of him. So wide out. Andrew can catch him up. However, you never know, because we still have 24 minutes of racing action. So, Renegade 71 with the number 71 Ford Mustang in first place. Then second place for Tyler Vermaak, who really had an amazing drive as well, because the first corner he did make contact. Can't remember with who. We didn't even catch it on TV as well. So, however, he drove beautifully well as well, going up the leaderboard as well. At an instance, I think he was in P5 and P6 as well for Tyler Vermaak, now in second place as well. Montino 20-26 in third place, as we are looking at Renegade, who leapt Shocker XZX 15 as well, and Andrew Ellul in fourth place. So Andrew Ellul just maybe a bit short on time on that MSC Racing League first podium. However, he did manage to not making the same mistakes as he did at the Nürburgring. So a job well done there by Andrew Ellul. Let's see if I can find some close racing action. However, we still miss Alan Borch and K1813M, who unfortunately still in the pits, because obviously he got a lot of damage as well. The field is spread out as well, so we don't have much racing action between drivers. However, we still have our leader who is Renegade with the number 71 Ford Mustang, who currently still leads this lap drive-through penalty for number 31 Shocker XZ15 drive-through penalty for possible infringement of pit speed limit speed. So yeah, there go Mantino 2026, who I love this beautiful Ferrari. I mean, this Ferrari looks so great. It's how a Ferrari should look like, with red and yellow stripes everywhere. Just how in the GT World Challenge Europe, delivery is almost exactly on point. So yeah, Mantino 2026 showing us what a Ferrari GT3 should look like. So in third place, Mantino 2026, doing a fine job as well, I must say. 14-second gap on Andrew Lowell. Oh, I remind everyone, Andrew Lowell started from pole position, leading a 1-2 for Maltese drivers, and Andrew Lowell and Alan Bosch, who sadly had to retire from the race. Alan Bosch with loads of damage in his car as he exited the final corner, the Misano corner, at the halfway point or so, or almost halfway point mark of the race. So a big shame for Alan Bosch, who was doing really well, trying to fend off and defending from Tyler Vermaak and Villeneuve. Even Villeneuve had a lot of damage here. Renegade 71, not immune to some lack in concentration there, went offline and wide at the La Quercia corner. Very tricky corner to do La Quercia, because basically your the back straight is as long as the start-finish straight, maybe longer as well. So you're coming to La Quercia corner, turn 8 with a very high speed, and in the wet it's very difficult to stop these cars. So good job by Renegade 71 there to hold the car in one piece. Also looking at trying to look at some other battles that may or may not think. Also Neil Side has retired from the race. Neil Side, who was driving and driving well in P12, P11, so a good job also by Neil Side, the Maltese driver as well. So we have a lot of Maltese drivers, 3 Maltese drivers at the MSC Racing League, so a big round of applause as well for our Maltese drivers, 2 of them in the front row of the race. So an incredible job by Maltese drivers, and Weeds disqualified as well. And Swift Goat still driving beautifully well as well, and also having Andrew Lowell in his sides, as we have 18 minutes left of racing action now. Swift Goat just a second behind Andrew Lowell, and also Maroff Perks in the number 19 Lamborghini, 4.5 seconds from the Andrew Lowell. Swift Goat Tucson. So let's hope that there will be no contacts. Swift Goat in the number 123 BMW, and Andrew Lowell in the number 32 Lamborghini, who apparently has a lot of damage there, and the Lamborghini Andrew alone, I think he might have hit the wall somewhere because there has been a lot of damage on Andrew alone Lamborghini. Looking behind at the number 123 BMW of Swift Goat, Andrew alone, who might lose his 4th place because the Swift Goat BMW is coming really fast to join Andrew alone for 4th place. So this could be a big battle between the Lamborghini and the BMW. Those of Marof Perks, another Lamborghini, you can see behind the top of your screens with the green fluorescent Lamborghini is not far off the BMW of Swift Goat and the Lamborghini of Andrew alone. So Andrew alone, after starting from pole position, now battling for P5 and P4 with Swift Goat number 123 BMW. A great angle here to see where the BMW is from the rear wing of Andrew alone. Swift Goat tries to show his car in the rear view mirrors of Andrew alone. However, Andrew alone is not faced, still in P4, in 4th place for Andrew alone, the Maltese driver in the number 32 Lamborghini. And for now, in this instant, the BMW of Swift Goat still in 5th place. However, Andrew alone just corrected. He went for a bit of an oversteer on his Lamborghini, and Swift Goat is really in attack mode on the number 32 Lamborghini. However, things better of it for now. The 123 BMW, and as we see as well, Marof Perks went really wide, almost to the car park of the circuit in his fluorescent yellow or green Lamborghini. So for now, as we had in this final quarter of an hour, 15 minutes left of this amazing 1 hour race with Andrew alone still in 4th place with a lot of damage in his car, and the Swift Goat in 5th place in the number 123 BMW. Turn 1 and turn 2 negotiated well for both drivers. No contact done, no Swift Goat, it needs to be a little bit more closer to the Lamborghini of Andrew alone if he wants to try and overtake on the number 32 Maltese driver. However, now could be his opportunity. Swift Goat in the 123 BMW tries to take the slipstream from Andrew alone Lamborghini. However, Andrew alone tries to defend from the 123 BMW of Swift Goat and closes the door on the yellow-green BMW. And for now, in this instant, Andrew alone still holding firmly P4 and Swift Goat in 5th place. And also Marof Perks is trying to join the party here. So instead of a twosome, now soon we will have a threesome with Marof Perks Lamborghini lurking in behind as well. So yeah, in this final 13.5 minutes of racing action left, we still have Swift Goat in 5th place battling Andrew alone, and Marof Perks trying to get closer and closer to the couple in front of him. Andrew alone now starts another lap. We still have 13 minutes to go, and then we have a spin. We have a spin for Andrew alone and Swift Goat. I think Swift Goat made a bit of a contact with Andrew alone. In fact, yes, he is waiting for Andrew alone to pass again. Swift Goat just came a little bit wide and took Andrew alone by surprise as well, and also made contact with the number 32 Lamborghini. However, Swift Goat managed to take advantage of the whole situation, and he is now in 4th place. Swift Goat there, almost losing control once again of his BMW and almost crashing into the wall. Now overdrive 8090 will join the party as well. Overdrive 1890 in 7th place. He is racing the guys in front of him. You can see the advantage that Marov Perks took by overtaking, by clearing up Andrew Lul and Swift Goat as well. We saw him in previously, just a few seconds ago. You can see him right now, that fluorescent green car, that was Marov Perks' Lamborghini. Then Andrew's Lamborghini, then Swift Goat 1, 2, 3 with the yellow-orange BMW, and Andrew Lul made a mistake. Andrew Lul came wide, and Swift Goat now has the opportunity to pass the Maltese driver and also overdrive 893 abreast at the penultimate corner. Swift Goat now has the advantage on the final corner. Overdrive 890 stays behind Andrew Lul, and Andrew Lul falls back from Swift Goat. So Andrew Lul, in the space of a couple of laps, he spun around from Swift Goat. He lost 2 places and almost losing another place to overdrive 890. However, we still have 11 minutes left of racing, as Swift Goat now has a bit of a margin on Andrew Lul. Andrew Lul trying all he can to keep overdrive 80-90 in 7th place. So Andrew Lul in 6th place after starting from pole position. Andrew Lul went over the curb and on the green paint, so this could be an opportunity for the BMW. Overdrive 890 closes the door on him. Goes Andrew Lul with the number 32 Lamborghini, but he went wide, and Overdrive 890 now has the advantage of acceleration. Went onto the grass. And the Lamborghini of Andrew Lul now is behind of the BMW of Overdrive 890, but Overdrive 890 came wide, and Andrew Lul came back at him in the switchback of the Tramonto corner. Now the Corvona corner, turn 11 for both Andrew Lul and Overdrive 890. Andrew Lul keeps hold of 6th place, and and trying to defend hard from Overdrive 890. Now Overdrive 890 with the number 7 BMW stays in 7th place for another lap. However, Andrew Lul is driving beautifully well, surviving every attack that others may try on him. So yeah, the overtake of Swift Goat is one talking point, because at the first corner 2 laps ago he almost took out Andrew Lul. However, they survived another day, both of them. So yeah, let's see what the stewards will decide. Still Overdrive 890 all over the rear wing of Andrew Lul. He came really close there to Andrew Lul. Overdrive 890. Now he has the advantage of the back straight, which takes us to La Quercia corner. However, Andrew Lul now, I think he had a better exit than Overdrive 890. Overdrive 890 just had a moment there. He needed to correct the slide from his BMW, and at this moment Overdrive 890 is still in 7th place, and Andrew Lul in 6th place. Still the leader, Renegade 71, the number 71 Ford Mustang, who never blinked, never looked back. He drove beautifully well in these treacherous conditions, and still Overdrive 890 still all over the Lamborghini of Andrew Lul, and trying whatever he can to overtake the Maltese driver. However, for now, still Andrew keeps that 6th place and driving amazingly well, as I must say, in these wet and very difficult conditions. However, you can sense that Overdrive 890 maybe has something more than Andrew Lul, and he might get it now, because Andrew Lul went over the grass at the final corner, the Misano corner. However, at the first corner, still Andrew Lul in 6th place and Overdrive 890 in 7th place. 7.5 minutes left of racing, so 7.5 minutes left for Overdrive 890 to try to attack Andrew Lul in 6th place. And still Renegade 71 in the first place, then Tyler Vermaak in second place as well. We lost, unfortunately, a couple of drivers. I think we lost like 4 or 5 drivers. Two of them are fellow Maltese drivers, Alan Borch and Neil Side, who unfortunately had to retire with damage to their cars as well. I must remind everyone who is watching us that damage is on, and Andrew came a bit wide as well, and Overdrive 890 wasn't close enough to take the opportunity to overtake the Maltese driver. We speak a lot, me and Andrew is a very, very good friend of mine as well, and a very, very fast sim racer as well, as are Neil Side and Alan Bosch, who we sadly lost because they retired with big damage. Lap number 29 completed for Renegade 71, the middle of lap 30, and lap 29 completed also by Swift Goat, Andrew Ellul, and Overdrive 8090 as well. And still Overdrive 8090 can't find a way past Andrew Ellul. As I say that, I can see Lou 8176, who had a bit of a moment as well, trying to find Lou 8176, had a bit of a moment and lost the car at the Corvone. Very easy corner to lose control as Overdrive 8090 now gets past Andrew Ellul at the run down to La Quercia corner, and Andrew Ellul, sadly for him, loses that 6th place and goes down to 7th place. Overdrive 890 now up to 6th place, and you can sense, you can feel that maybe Overdrive 890 has something more in terms of pace than Andrew Ellul. However, he came wide as well, and Andrew Ellul might have the opportunity here to take the slipstream away from Overdrive 890, not on this instance. However, at the Corvone, Overdrive 890 still keeps the advantage of 6th place, and Andrew Ellul in 7th place. 4.5 minutes left of racing, and we didn't see much from our leader, who is still Renegade 71. With 4.5 minutes left, 4.25 now minutes left of racing, we have to admire and hats off to Renegade 71, who drove amazingly well from start to finish, almost every lap in the lead. So an amazing job by Renegade 71, who will certainly go down as one of his best drives and best wins of his sim racing career. I shall remind you, we are live on Twitch, on twitch.tv, on the MSC Racing League channel, and also live from my own YouTube channel, Edwin Saliba Sim Racing Academy, streaming from an Insta360. So I hope that everyone can watch both streams. What I will do on the YouTube channel, I will try to get both videos together and having maybe a split screen, because you are not on the YouTube channel. There is no sound except for my voice. There is no sound from cars or anything else. It's just on twitch.tv. However, I am trying to also talk to the people from MSC Racing League, so we can stream on my YouTube channel as well, side by side with twitch.tv, so we can have both channels running at the same time, and also getting more viewers to enter MSC Racing League as well, which was a big turnout today. 19 drivers. A massive thank you and a massive well done to all drivers who took part in this Misano racing event, a very wet Misano racing event. 2 and 10 seconds of racing action left, so this might be the white flag for Renegade 71. No, there will be another lap after this one. This is the penultimate lap of this amazing race. So a big shout out to every driver who took part in this event, and also an amazing job by each and every driver involved. 1 minute of racing left, so this will be the penultimate lap. A big job as well, a great job, an amazing job by the Maltese drivers as well, Neil Side, Alan Boch and Andrew Erlul, who took part at the MSC Racing League, and Andrew Erlul and Alan Boch took the first row lockout, Maltese front row lockout, the first one of its kind. I never saw Maltese sim racers in first and second place in a foreign racing league. So a big job, well done by our Maltese drivers. Sadly for Alan Boch and Neil Side, they retired with big damage. However, we are looking at Renegade 71, who did the almost impossible on this race. He started in 5th place and then worked his way up the leaderboard until he was in 1st place and never looked back. In a soaking wet Misano, in a very difficult Misano World Circuit, Marco Simoncelli, a circuit named after the famous MotoGP rider Marco Simoncelli, who sadly lost his life in the MotoGP Malaysia race in 2011 and was from Rimini, hence that is why the circuit is called Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli, and in honor of him, Renegade 71 in the number 71 Ford Mustang, who came wide again, and you mustn't do that at the Tramonto corner. He went wide, and is that Tyler Vermark, who is closing down on Renegade 71. However, this is the final lap, so Renegade 71 must not do any more mistakes, because Tyler Vermark is right there waiting to pick up the pieces that Renegade 71 might offer to Tyler Vermark. However, no pieces left for anyone else, because as Renegade 71 rounds out the final corner of this race, Renegade 71 wins the 1 hour MSC Racing League Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli event. A fantastic drive by Renegade 71, a fantastic drive by each and every driver who took part in this event as well. And racing results will be shown in a few seconds more. I apologize for everyone who was watching on Twitch, because something happened to my internet connection, I believe. I don't know, but something happened, because both my PS5s just went offline for a minute or two, but we were back online once again. So yeah, a massive shout out to everyone who watched the live stream as well. I hope you had a fantastic night of racing as well at the famous Misano circuit. It was an amazing event. Once again, thank you to MSC Racing League for inviting me to commentate this racing event, and I hope I will see you very soon. Unfortunately, I can't commentate here for these next couple of weeks. Here are the race event results with Renegade 7-1 declared the winner, then Taylor Vermart in second place, Mantino 2026 in third place, fourth place for Marov Perez, fifth place for Swift Goat, sixth place for our own Maltese driver Andrew Lure, seventh place for Overdrive 8090, eighth place for Low 8176, Mano Taikan in ninth place, OJRT Garrett in 10th place, Didachi in 11th place, Shocker XZ 15 in 12th place, Natter Otex 13th place, and we have retired Alan Borg, Pininog, Neil Side, K1813M, Unbeatables, and Weeds was disqualified as well. So yeah, and as I was saying, unfortunately I can't commentate. Next week I will be with the media and press at the Junior GP round 4 in Manicure, so check out Junior GP as well. It's an amazing series as well. It's the road to MotoGP. So I will be with the media there taking photos, videos and interviews. And I will hope I will see you soon at the MSC Racing League in the near future. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm Edwin Saliba live from Malta. I wish you all a very good night. Thank you once again.